Hello friends, welcome back to the another video lecture of software engineering subject. In today's video lecture, we will discuss about your fifth unit, that is software design. Okay, so outline of this unit is design concept and design principles, architectural design, component level design, we will see it in MS Visio tools. After it, functional design and object design, user interface design and web application design. So this is the software designing unit. We will start with design concept and principles. What design concept says: software design is a process to transform user requirements into some suitable form, which helps the programmer in software coding and implementation. For assessing user requirements, SRS means software requirement specification is created, whereas for coding and implementation there is a need of more specific and detailed requirement in software terms. The output of this process can directly be used into implementation in programming languages. Software design is the first step in SDLC. We have already studied our software development life cycle, which moves the concentration from problem domain to solution domain. It tries to specify how to fulfill the requirement mentioned in software requirement specification. Software design yields three levels of result. First one is architectural design, second one is high level design, and third one is detailed design. In architectural design, the architectural design is the highest abstract version of the system. It identifies the software as a system which may components interacting with each other. At this level, the designers get the idea of proposed solution domain. In second concept, high level designing, that breaks the single entity multiple components concept of architectural design into less abstract view of subsystem and modules and depicts their interaction with each other. High level design focuses on how the system along with all components can be implemented in form of modules. It recognizes modular structure of each subsystem and their relation and interaction among each other. Our third design is detailed design. In detailed design, it is deal with the implementation part of what is seen as a system and it is subsystem in previous two designs, means architectural design and high level design. It is more detailed towards modules and their implementations. It defines logical structure of each module and their interfaces to communicate with other modules. Now we will see about the design concept. Software design concepts can be applied regardless of software process model that is used, means which process model we are using, that is not in considered. It is process by which requirements are translated. Blueprint for constructing software. Blueprint gives us holistic view, or we can say entire view of a software. Design task procedures are architectural design, data design, component design and interface design. What is architectural design? So it identifies the relationship between major structural elements of the software. What is data design? It is transform the information domain module into the data structure. Data object or relationship are defined using the entity relationship diagrams. Component level design. It transforms structural elements of the software architecture into a procedural description of software component. Next and last is interface design. It describes how the software communicates with itself, with systems that interpret with it and with humans who use it. An interface implies a flow of information and a specific type of behavior. Design concepts. Here we have a diagram. In it we have two actors, one is customer, second one is system designer. Here conceptual design, and this is the technical design. Conceptual design at the end of customer and technical design will be the end of system design, and there will be a designer who will design this conceptual design as well as this technical design. Basically, design is a two-part. First part is conceptual design that tells the customer what the system will do, and second is technical design that allows the system builders to understand the actual hardware and software needed to solve the customer's problem. Conceptual design of system. In it, written in simple language, for example, customer understandable language, detailed explanation about the system characteristic, describe the functionality of the system. It is independent of the implementation and linked with the requirement documentation. At the other end, at the developer side, technical design will be there. In it, hardware component and design will be there. Functionality and hierarchy of the software component will be there. Software architecture, network architecture, data structure and flow of data will be there. Input output component of the system, and it shows the interfaces. So this is the conceptual design system and this is the technical design system. Conceptual at the user end and technical at the developer end. The beginning of the wisdom for a software engineer is to recognize the difference between getting program to work and getting it right. For it, we will require abstraction, architecture, pattern, separation of concern, modularity, information hiding, functional independence, refinement, aspects and refactoring. These 10 are the design principles, and this is the most important topic as per your GTU examination. First principle says designer process should not suffer from tunnel vision. Second is design should be traceable to the analysis model. Third is design should not reinvent the wheel. Design should minimize the intellectual distance between the software and the real world problem. Design should exhibit, or we can say present, uniformity and integration. Design should be structured to accommodate changes. Design should be structured to degrade gently even when abnormal data, events or operating conditions are encountered. Design is not coding. Coding is not design. This is the most important principle. Design should be assessed for quality as it is being created, not after the fact. And last one says design should be reviewed to minimize conceptual errors. So these are the 10 design principles. Okay, so this is it for today's video lecture. If you like this video, then like, comment and subscribe. Also share it with your friends. Thank you, friends.